Welcome to the first episode of the Wellspring podcast, hosted by Trevor and I, just two of us today. And we're excited to tell you more about what we're building and the outlook we have for the market.
Hey guys, happy to be here.
Hey, Trevor, great to be here with you. Excited to kick off our podcast and share with the people what we know about digital assets, what we know about personal finance, what we have been working and building, and tell more about us, the founders of Wellspring, why we're doing this podcast, and what Wellspring is, and as well as who we are, who's building it.
Yeah, I know. It's been a long time coming. I feel like we've been talking about doing this podcast for a little bit, especially since we've been building Wellspring out over the past year, I would say. So excited that we're actually finally coming down to the table and get to talk to about it.
Yeah, it's I think starting it is probably the hardest part. But yeah, let's start with your background.
Yeah.
Who are you, Trevor?
Definitely. Yeah. So my name is Trevor Hoffman, one of the co-founders, VP of Business Development for Wellspring. Been a huge just crypto and finance, I guess like passionate person my whole entire life, starting from being in high school, learning about crypto for the first time when people were using crypto to buy different skins in video games. That's when my friends kind of first got into it. I got into it as well too. That was right around the first kind of bull run that like retail really faced in 2017. So really got to see the price appreciation of crypto go up too, which kind of just got me more interested. And went off to go to college, studied finance at Northern Arizona University. Absolutely loved it up there. And when I was there, I was really able to kind of take a bigger look and see that I could really blend what I was learning about at school with my passion of crypto. And after graduating after COVID-19, was working on a couple of different projects in the crypto space, and then was able to really land on this one amazing company, iTrust Capital, which I previously knew about before. And joined there as a really early on team member, was working out of the co-founder's living room there, Andrey, as you know, too.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a great experience. So iTrust, it was the first and became the largest crypto retirement platform in the US. Started there, was literally doing all the different jobs you could think of, talking to clients on the phone, helping with operations, helping with marketing as well. And then really kind of excelled in the business development role there. So from there, I actually kind of established a high net worth individual department where we catered towards onboarding kind of high net worth clients that had larger IRAs. And yeah, after that, really kind of dove into more of like the product side of things as well too, where I ended up working closely with you. And that really kind of just like concreted that I fully wanted to work in crypto. Loved that I was able to kind of blend the new crypto technology with old financial systems and products, such as retirement accounts at iTrust. And yeah, it was great experience there. Learned a bunch. Was a fantastic company, and amazing to be at a company really from like zero to a unicorn status. So great experience there, and that kind of really gave me a lot more confidence, ambition, and experience to continue going out and building more things on my own. And glad that we were kind of landed on Wellspring now and doing it together.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great time. We definitely went through a lot of a lot of things that I trust, but it was a great learning experience setting us up.
I mean, it felt like almost like, I don't know, someone's full entire career, but we just had it at iTrust, from all the different fun things we were able to do there, establishing a trust company, to all the kind of crazy things that happened in the market during that time with FTX collapse, Terra Luna going down, the whole Signature Bank kind of fiasco too. But definitely with that, learned about how to kind of persevere in the market, collect some good battle scars, and just be able to build a good product that could really outstand any market condition.
Yeah, I agree. And so you mentioned making um, crypto or digital assets available to everybody in the IRA. Um, is that where you see the direction of the space going, as far as just under the hood, everything is powered by digital assets, blockchain, and but the user experience is very bank-like, and maybe that's how maybe you could tell us more about Wellspring.
Yeah, exactly. So 100% fully believe that. Like, I love the whole kind of talk about how people saying like it should be a Web 2 front end powered by Web 3 back end. I think that's the best way to go about it too. And like looking at crypto and blockchain purely as just a technology, it's just a way better database, way better ledger, way better kind of proof of receipt and able to transact data that holds value with each other. So perfect to kind of use and kind of just build the whole new financial system on top of. And but the kind of the biggest thing that we've seen in crypto for, I don't know, I mean, since crypto has existed is really just like the user interface. Really, crypto products are built by crypto experts and they almost build a little bit kind of like, I don't want to say in an echo chamber, but not the friendliest types of technology stacks to use for an everyday consumer, someone who might be, I don't know, like a high school middle teacher or I don't know, like a construction worker who doesn't really think about technology, doesn't really understand it too much or want to. That's really just been like the biggest kind of hurdle for people to go into crypto. I mean, like if you look at just a regular MetaMask wallet, super complex to kind of use. You have to understand that you actually have to have like Ethereum tokens in there in order to power the different transactions if you really just wanted to just do like a simple USDC payment. So pretty complex, still not the best experience. And I feel like that's really been like one of the biggest reasons why we haven't been able to bring the whole entire world fully on chain yet, or even like a good percentage of that, is just because there's still barriers to entry. But I mean, I love it that now looking forward, there's definitely a lot of people, including us, that are kind of building to solve this and change this with like the user experience first and really going after that model of a Web 2 field that's powered by Web 3 on the back end. So, I mean, as you're saying with Wellspring, it almost feels like a traditional bank, nothing really complex or blockchain about it. You're able just to connect your bank account, transfer in USD, earn yield, and transfer USD out. So really simple, and that's what I think I love about it personally.
Yeah, yeah, spot on. I think that Web3 backend, Web2 front end is the way things are going. And take it a step further, I think it's important to understand that some of the traditional banks have been using blockchain and stable coins and the decentralized type of ledger for many years at this point. I think JP Morgan forked Ethereum years ago, and they have the whole department that settles transactions on chain, and
Yeah.
they have been doing it for many years.
I mean, they were even doing that when Jamie Dimon was kind of hating on crypto and everything as well too. So, you know, like even though what they're saying might not be true, they're definitely fully invested in it and they're fully just building on it. So they definitely see it for the future.
Yeah, and I think he was, I mean, hating on Bitcoin in particular as an asset class while using the very similar technology on the back end.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the direction that things are going. Web to front end bank like experience, and under the hood, everything is powered by stable coins, decentralized finance, and just a more upgraded, updated, new type of database and data structure, which really what blockchain is.
Exactly. Yeah. But I know I've definitely been talking a lot. Let's hear about your background and your experience. I know everyone would love to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an immigrant family. We moved to United States, to California when in 2007. So I went to high school here. I went to
Yeah. Was that right before high school when you moved over here? Or is that
I moved here in my ninth grade.
okay?
So it was
Nice.
right on high school. We moved here in September, so it was the first week of high school, and I was just thrown into an American
Straight
school.
freshman year. Nice.
Yeah, which was definitely a different culture, different experience. I think it really makes in many ways I think it makes or breaks you. And as a 14-year-old without knowing anybody, luckily I had Slava, my brother, who we were very close and grown up together, so we went to high school together. Then he's a few years older, so he graduated, went on to college. But yeah, we moved to California 2007, and I feel like since that day, even before, but since that day, it's been a grind to make and achieve American dream. I started working at McDonald's when I was 14 as a cashier. Then, as soon as I've been always passionate about finance and banking, so as soon as I uh, turned 18, I got a job at Wells Fargo,
Nice.
and I've basically worked through almost basically full time for all my undergrad years. Um, I got promoted, was one of the top performing tellers or personal bankers, and that was a very exciting space for me. But at some point, I think I got my banking desires on the retail side fulfilled. Because there wasn't enough. So as my senior year in college, I got an internship at a family office, just doing analysis, like trading analysis. There's different strategies that we analyzed. It was me and a couple of other guys. It was great. The internship turned into more of a part-time engagement through my senior year, and graduated, and was a little bit. Wasn't sure where I want to go work, and there was a position opened up, that there was an opportunity in Culver City, and so that's when I moved to LA and started working in as a database engineer, and then I learned how to code a little bit more, and got into the software engineering. So 2017 started working on at that time it was ICO Launchpad, and
Back in
we
the
we
ICO days of Ethereum, early
yeah, the
2017.
wild
Yeah.
wild west. And so that was we did I did that for a little over a year until the crypto winter hit, and then I ended up well, the company ended up winding down. It got acquired by a bigger company, but I don't think it went anywhere, so it wasn't a glamorous exit. um, so from there, I saw an opportunity in the logistics space, because there was a large shortage of drivers, and the timing was great when the exports of China were coming in at a much higher rate. So with shortage of drivers, uh, a lot of um, a lot of trade happening. So
Was that around like COVID 19
right
times when
before
like
COVID,
everything? Okay, right before it.
right before COVID, and I saw an opportunity in a shortage of truck drivers,
Because the market
actually.
really took off all throughout COVID, right? For the delivery
Exactly.
of that, because everything was just so expensive. Like I remember there was talking about just wood shortages and that people weren't able to build homes anymore just because there wasn't enough like wood and just equipment, one to deliver to a place, but
Yeah.
even just to manufacture.
Yeah, yeah. So there is a lot of activity going on in the logistics space and
Hmm.
logistics market, and I saw the opportunity there. So I got my commercial driver license and learned the ropes of the industry, and I was slightly burnt out from
From the ICO booms.
from the ICO booms and the crypto, and just all of the technology. So I decided I need a break from that. Not only that I needed a break, there was very few opportunities where I could go. So um, I got my CDL, and I ended up with it within 2-3 months. I started my own logistics company. I did drive myself for a period of time, and ended up setting up a pretty successful logistics company. We did $1 million in revenue our first year, which I thought was more money than I could ever imagine would be possible to make. And so I ran that for about 2 years, and a friend of mine called me, and he's like, "We're starting I Trust Capital." So uh and I was like, I'm not going anywhere, because this is I'm finally making money. And that friend, we actually worked at Wells Fargo together during the college years, and basically for 3 months he was talking me into it, and he did do a good job on selling me. So
He was a good
uh
recruiter for
he
you.
was a very good
Yeah.
recruiter, and I think I'm glad that I took that opportunity. That's how I ended up joining iTrust. That's how I met you, Trevor.
Yeah.
I think we built an amazing product that iTrust a lot. I mean, I would say we changed lives of a lot of people, because, if you are a responsible trader, you can make a lot of money, and a lot of people traded a lot of crypto inside of their IRAs at iTrust within tax advantaged account, and I think that's a big deal. So setting that up was
Yeah, even just being able to hold crypto and stuff in that tax advantage account will
right.
change people's lives. Like I know definitely I still have my IRA will change my life when I'm 59 and a half. I'm able to pull out my Bitcoin. So I think it's definitely a great product. So yeah.
Yeah. So that was, and that's my journey. That was a very long answer of my path and my journey, but it's been a fun one. I think we learned a lot at iTrust. It was like you said, ranging from spinning up a simple app to building it into a financial institution with billions under custody and holding. Um, several hundred people's assets,
Mhm.
and I think that was the catalyst of us realizing, well, we got to build something. What's next, and and what next was Wellspring.
Yeah. So do you want to dive into that and kind of talk about a little bit more of like, I guess like what you were feeling? I know what we both discussed kind of when we were brainstorming Wellspring and like what really gave us the confidence to actually fully go in on this space too.
Yeah, so I think in this space, timing is everything. Regulatory clarity is everything. Um, I do agree 100% that in the digital asset space, being um, late is better than being early, because if you're early, then you're risking very little adoption. There's no regulation. There's you might
You don't
uh
want to be the first one who gets shot going through the door.
right. Yeah, exactly. But with Wellspring, we figured the time is perfect, because there is the so what Wellspring is a high yield savings app powered by stable coins and decentralized finance. So what Wellspring offers is a bank like experience. It's a very friendly user experience where you log onto the platform. There's no seed phrases. There is no any of the crypto jargon. So it's a platform where people like my mom can open an account and start saving by tapping into the higher yield over collateralized lending on DeFi,
Mhm.
which is which is very complex to get to if you are just a normal person who's not crypto savvy. I think we've been doing it. I've been doing it for many years at this point, and sort of more savvy technical people around me know how to get there. You can adjust your risk. You can tap into these markets, but it does take a lot of hops to get to these over collateralized
I
markets.
mean, literally bridges you have to take and swaps you have to take to get there.
Exactly, which is complex, and you do one wrong button, you click on the wrong button, and your assets are gone. And so what we built with Wellspring is basically the guardrails for people to um, deposit money into their bank account that you get when you onboard with Wellspring.
Mhm.
But under the hood, everything is powered by stablecoins. We set up guardrails so it gets deposited into a vetted, tested, audited, over collateralized lending market that has been um, tested for with millions of dollars at this point,
Mm.
and people get yield on their deposits. So while your bank would pay you 2, 3, sometimes 4%, we have been averaging about 12%. And the setup is very similar to how traditional banks work. You put your deposits on the platform, and then the bank goes and lends it out. The bank lends it out at about 15, 17%, but they only pass 2% to you.
Mm.
So we're flipping the script. We don't have a bank overhead. We don't have um, the brick and mortar expenses that we need to um, maintain. So we pass on all of that yield to the client. So for the past average 6 months, average has been about 12%.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's amazing. I love it too, just because like it utilizes all I think the best features of blockchain that really have proven over the past core years that like they should stay around. That being stable coins, self custodial wallets, and also DeFi lending infrastructure. That being like smart contracts and how those markets are actually architected. But we're able to just package it in the most simple way ever, where it's literally USD in and USD out. No one really has to do any complex crypto operations themselves. They just get to reap the benefits of the best of the technology.
Yeah.
So it's great.
So, on that note, Trevor, would you like to walk the client through onboarding of Wellspring and why it's so user friendly?
Yeah, definitely. So when you go to Wellspring, you can just easily go to our landing page, www.wellspring.money. When you're there, you can just simply click the sign in button at the top right corner. Once that opens up, all you have to do is just type in your email. An email if you've already set up an account, or if you are setting up an account for the first time, you get to choose an email. And then you get an OTP password sent to that email just for you to easily log in. And once you're in your dashboard, your account's pretty much already set up for you. You're able to just see the simple screen on the dashboard, which shows your total balance that you have, the current APY that you're getting, and the yield that you've already made. And then from there, you can add funds or withdraw funds. For adding funds, you just go down to our deposit. There's 3 different ways that you can fund right now. One of the most common way is setting up the bank account for wire transfers in and out of the Wellspring account. Through that, you'll have to pass a quick KYC. Takes about like 3 to 5 minutes, just uploading your ID through the app. We work with our partner Bridge and Lead Bank in order to set up US bank accounts for each of these clients. It's pretty cool as well too, because users in over 100 different countries, including 49 states in the US, are able to open up this account. So it's a pretty accessible US bank account that you can easily just transfer money into. And then another way that you can fund as well too is just through debit card, which luckily you can use Apple Pay as well too if you're online. And then also crypto transfers in and out too for kind of more like DeFi people that still want to just get yield on their stables. And once the money lands in your account there, that being USD, if you're going to do a wire transfer, it's automatically converted into stable coins. And those stable coins are then sent to your self custodial wallet attached to your Wellspring account and then deployed into the lending markets on Hyperliquid. And we currently partner with HyperFi for these. And you start earning
Nice.
yield automatically.
Very
So
nice. Very
kind of
nice.
sounds a little bit complex because I know I definitely talked about little operations under the hood, but simple, literally 5-step process to be able to start earning double-digit yield.
Yeah, no, that's a great summary and a lot of detail, and I think we could probably double click on every point that you made because if the setup that we designed is there for a reason, and we've vetted these partners, we've worked
Mhm.
with these partners, processed, battle tested for sure, audited, um, but so I mean, as far as that's. I think we've covered the product and the vision and everything that we're working towards. Um, let's talk about our clients. Why are we building this?
Mhm.
Why we decided to um, launch Wellspring and outside of who is this for? Who is Wellspring for?
Yeah, I mean, I think you and I, we both shared kind of like the same reasons why we wanted to build this is we really just want to help the everyday hardworking American out there and just hardworking
Yep.
people. We realize that everyone just constantly, their whole life is all about work, trying to make money to support their family, better themselves and everything as well too. And everyone's told that the smartest way to grow your wealth is to save money. But we've realized over the past couple of years, and I guess throughout the history of banking, that these banks really don't help you save that much money. They just help you store that money and not necessarily grow it. So we saw a huge opportunity where we could actually help just the American workforce and the American people just make their money start working for them and start growing for them as well to help them with their savings and just get them really closer step towards financial freedom.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think one thing that I like to say is your banks pay you about 2% interest on your deposits. Inflation is about 3%. So your savings are eroding as they're sitting in your regular savings account. And I think that's a big problem. And that's a problem that we're tackling and addressing. There's about $10 trillion that sits in US savings accounts and just idle deposits, and that money is constantly losing value. So the American population, the hardworking Americans, are they're losing their buying power.
Mhm.
And I think by us introducing this high yield savings account, that goes on par with the rates that they should be getting, the rates that our banks the banks are getting. And I think it's time that we pass on those to our to the general population, to the hardworking Americans.
Exactly, yeah. Because I mean, it benefits everyone from, like, their immediate lives to their lives 10, 5 years from now, just because the power of being able to have a good savings account that's able to compound your wealth for you over the course of a year or 5 years, 10 years, really makes such a big difference.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Maybe we could talk about, what we're looking forward to about Wellspring. I know there's maybe the couple kinda, like, fun announcements that you might have that we wanna drop or release.
Yeah, I think there's a few that I think we'll save for later.
Okay, getting my ahead of myself.
But I think we're hard at work on the mobile app that's coming up very shortly. We are always building out a better user experience, and I think the app is definitely what's going to make that a lot easier. And I think we wanted to roll out the platform on the just a web version as quickly as possible, as quickly as responsibly possible. And we tested it. We saw that there is demand. People are organically registering and asking us questions. We have a pretty vibrant community. Um, but we know that, in this day and age, until AI replaces our phones and all of the apps, we do have to have a good app, and that's been the main focus. So I think that's a pretty big one that I'm personally excited for.
Yeah, me too. No, definitely looking at the designs as well too for it. Pretty excited for it to come out. So hopefully we'll be able to actually roll that out and release it to the public soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be a
One
big
hundred
hit.
percent we
Yeah.
will. Um, yeah, I think another thing that we worth addressing is that there is in self-custodial wallets, there's a lot of lost assets that, for example, when a person passes on and they don't have, or they lose their keys, or for whatever reason they lose access to their wallet. One thing that we rolled out that has been very helpful, that we got a lot of positive feedback on, is the functionality to add a beneficiary. So with Wellspring, I believe we're the only platform of this kind that allows you to add a beneficiary to your basically high yield savings account, so or app. And so it's great for just mm, asset protection and managing your assets, just in case of emergency.
Mhm.
You're able to add your spouse or your children as beneficiaries to the account, and then just just like with an average self-custodial wallet, if something happens to the person, then the access is lost forever. Well, we're changing that with Wellspring, and we're very excited for that particular feature.
Yeah, it almost helps with like its estate planning and all those. So that also kind of just brings it back to like really making this product feel like a traditional account that you would have, where
Yeah.
everything's kind of protected for you. There is a succession plan if there's an unfortunate event where you maybe might not be able to access that account, or if you were to pass away, you know that all the hard work you've been doing to kind of get those assets and grow those assets are going to stay within your family lineage and be passed down properly.
Yeah, yeah, I
Mhm.
agree. So why don't we wrap it up with maybe where do you see the market in and not, I'm not asking for the price of Bitcoin, but the trajectory of the market in 2026.
Yeah, so what I'm really excited for is kind of just like the more merging of just blockchain infrastructure going into traditional markets. So
Mhm.
whether that becomes more stablecoin acceptance issuance from larger commercial banks, or it actually goes down to real world like RWA tokenization.
Mhm.
I know we're big on Hyperliquid. Obviously, we're building on that blockchain.
Right.
And in like most recent months, with the HIP-3 proposal passed, a lot of more equity markets have been coming on chain, and that shows to be a really good product and use case of kind of showing the real world advantages of having those kind of traditional assets brought fully on chain. So I'm excited to see that grow and even see kind of those RWA tokens be used more in lending markets as well. I
Mhm.
think that'll be really interesting for almost letting kind of businesses do better versions of like overnight repos or just kind of better asset back lending.
Nice. Very
hmm
nice.
Yeah, because really with that, I mean, blockchain, because it's such a more efficient technology, it can unlock so much locked liquidity and value in assets that you might not be able to actually realize the value of that. So by using blockchain to do that, you could be able to tokenize an asset of some sort, have that asset value be realized on chain and be able to take loans against that asset. So really kind of just unlocks more velocity within money and helps people just become more efficient.
Very nice.
hmm
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. How about yourself?
Um, I would say that I'm excited for traditional financial institutions roll out or be a lot more open to the digital assets vertical.
Yeah.
I know that there is a lot of, um, platforms like Robinhood, Revolut, and all of these traditional kind of trading apps or neobanks. They have been they have been first to adopt crypto.
Mhm.
But what I'm particularly excited for is when credit unions, small regional banks start rolling out an ability to at least buy or sell top 10 market cap assets inside of their bank. I think that's that we've been talking about this for many years now, and I think this is finally coming to fruition. And as I hear, credit unions reaching out to me and saying, "Hey, how can we integrate uh, you know digital assets inside of our app?" So I think that's a great sign. And so I think that's a big piece, and the natural step after that is I think is going to be just normalizing what Figure has been doing. And obviously Figure has been crushing it, where now you can buy your home against the Bitcoin that you own,
Mhm.
which I think is merging the two classes, or merging the two big pieces of uh, the ecosystem that signals to me, the global adoption and adoption, just general markets. So I think that would be. I'm excited to see what 2026 has in the store on that front.
Yeah, I think a lot. I think a lot of things are looking bright for the 2026.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Sweet. All right. Well, it was
Should
a
close
great
it out.
session. Trevor, thank you, and we'll keep keep doing this.
Yeah, thank you, Andre. Great to be here. Glad that we finally got in front of the mic. I know, like I said, we've been talking about this for a while, so we'll just have to keep that going.
Yeah.
hmm
Sweet. Thank you.
Join today and experience the future of saving.